Welcome to the Grr in Fangrrl podcast, a podcast where we discuss pop culture and fandom. Each episode, we talk with celebrities, fans, and creators about their work in the media that inspires them. Now here's your host, the creator of the Squee project, filmmaker, fangirl, and feminist, Hansi Oppenheimer.
Hey, it's Hansi, and this week I'm talking with writer, actor, producer, and director Amber Benson. I interviewed her this week for the documentary I'm producing on Joe Lansdale and asked if she'd chat a little bit about horror for the podcast. I'm a huge fan of her work both on the screen and the page. She's currently writing a mystery series for the Hallmark Channel and a pilot for the series based on her books, The Witches of Echo Park. So here she is. We love Amber Benson. So, do you have a couple extra minutes, or are you on a...
Yeah.
Okay. So,
yeah,
I'm doing this. So, I wanted to ask you a little bit about, because I'm doing a podcast. Right now, I'm doing conversations with women about horror. Do you want to do a couple questions for that?
Sure.
Okay. Changing gears here. So you're in a kind of unique position, because would you consider your books horror or supernatural, at least?
Yeah, I think I like blood, and I like corpses. So I like to layer my supernatural work with those things. I like I said before when I was talking, we were talking about Joe Lansdale and plotting. I want to imbue my supernatural stuff with like the plotting of more of like a traditional thriller, or I like to keep things moving.
Yeah, I love I love both your series.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then,
but I
of course,
a high body count,
which is fine. I'm a big horror geek, so I love that. And and of course, you've been in two of like the best horror shows, right? Supernatural and Buffy. So
totally, I've been so lucky, so lucky as an actor to be involved in, like, especially like the sort of like tongue-in-cheek horror, the funny horror, which I feel is done so poorly by so many, and so when it's done well, it just transcends.
And that's actually my favorite genre. I love like Evil Dead or Deathgasm, or I mean, those are my favorite. And it's hard to, but I love that combination of it's scary, but it also makes you laugh because it's so ridiculous, so over the time. And that's just human nature. Like when something gets really dark, you're going to make a joke about it because the only way to handle it sometimes.
Yeah, you need that release of the tension and the fear and the joke or the absurdity of like seeing like a head roll by, or Bruce Campbell fighting with himself, which is brilliant. You're just like, I need those moments, because otherwise I'm just going to go pee on myself. So
I don't like the straight like sort of torture porny kind of movies, because I just don't. They're hard for me to watch.
I need a really good plot to go with that. If you're going to do it, you have to have something really amazing. It needs something. Yeah, just straight. The Saw stuff I couldn't watch. I was just like, I don't need to see people being cut in half and eviscerated, and like, I'm okay.
Yeah, I never got through any of them. What are your favorite, like, the horror films? What are some of your favorites?
Oh my gosh! Well, I'm a huge fan of The Shining. I think that is just like the ultimate. It's so good. The story's fantastic. I know Stephen King doesn't love the Kubrick version, but it's just I love it. I think it's so beautiful and so frightening and upsetting. God, what else?
It's iconic. I mean, every time I walk into like you walk into like a bar that has like Little and Frank's or something, it has that vibe. Like, oh my God, There's Lloyd the Bartender.
Yep. Let's see. I recently rediscovered Night of the Comet, and it's pretty great.
Okay.
And it's such an interesting feminist sort of, it's like the proto Buffy. In fact, I think Joss was inspired by it. It's the cheerleader who picks up the weapon and beats the crap out of the zombie. It's really good.
I have to rewatch it. Isn't it like an 80s film, right?
Yeah. It's a ridiculous, awesome, just like cream puff of a horror film. I really enjoy it. Jaws is another classic that
yeah. Really, I mean, that's just the ultimate. Yeah, I love that film. I mean, you're all gonna die. Like, I just love.
Yeah.
It's just.
And then I'm such a the psychological thriller is like with the mystery and the messed up like stuff that Hitchcock does, whether it's Psycho or The Birds or Vertigo. Like, some of those films are just, they're classics. They're brilliant.
Well, again, in a partnership, but because of the times, like, nobody really talked about. I mean, his wife was like a master editor, and I'm sure every script he went over with her so that they would be so tight that no one could edit it any other way than the way, he had decided.
Yep. And I just read Rebecca for the first time, and reading the book, you're like, oh wow, that is a dark, messed up, and the film really captures that. Like a good ghost story. I like a good, even though like Rebecca is more of a psychological ghost story than an actual ghost story. Like the sort of power that a personality can have after death. I love stuff like that. Poltergeist is another cool.
Or how do you feel about Crimson Peak?
Love Crimson Peak. What a crazy, weird, bizarre, beautiful. It's flawed. It's definitely flawed, but I really enjoyed it. It's lush. Boy, do you just like want to move into that world. It's so beautiful.
Well, Guillermo del Toro, right? His films are all like Devil's Backbone.
Devil's Backbone. His films fantastic.
They're just so visually beautiful that even if what's happening is terrible, you're still like, I want to be in that because it's beautiful.
Oh my God, Pan's Labyrinth. You're like, I want to live there, but I don't want to live there. It's so horrible.
Like, what is wrong with me? Why would I want to live there?
Yeah, I mean, even like as far as like television, even the first season, I really enjoyed the first season of American Horror Story. It was genuinely scary.
Yeah, Murder House, absolutely. I can't, like, every episode I'd be like, I can't believe they're doing that.
I know, and that there are very few times I've been scared watching television. I feel like film's the purview of horror and scariness.
But there's so much more now and so much better now, of like horror genre, and anthology shows. I mean, we're seeing like a resurgence that we haven't seen since the 60s or 70s. But
no, you're totally right. Black, I think, kicked off that whole return of horror-based anthology.
Yeah, no, and it's great. I'm glad to see it because I missed all those shows, How'd you feel about The Haunting of Hill House?
I really enjoyed it. I thought Mike Flanagan and his partner did an amazing job with that. It was really what I really enjoyed about it. Speaking about like the psychological thriller, like he took an indie drama where you're dealing with the psychology of all these people and all the fucked up family stuff, and then you layer that into a horror film. And I just thought it was, or a horror television show. I thought it was really, really smart and well put together and unsettling and sad. I thought that's a really smart way to do horror for television.
And just, all the individual characters, how they were all trying to cope with, what had happened or may not have happened, or it was really interesting.
No,
I'm curious to see how they're going to handle a second season.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, wow, all right, second season. You got your work
I think it's going to be
a
different story, right? I think it's going to be like American Horror Story. They're going to handle a different.
Oh, that's good.
Because I don't think they can go anywhere from where they're.
I know. Maybe they'll do another Shirley Jackson short story. That would be amazing.
Oh, The Lottery would be interesting.
Oh my God, I love Shirley Jackson. I just read a biography on her that was fantastic. She was brilliant. Talk about like that dark, fucked up, beautiful stuff. She did that, but in a like New England kind of way, whereas Joe does it, but in a Southern gritty way.
Well, yeah, I mean, right? So the New England sort of Stephen King, Joe Hill, or Shirley Jackson, or the Southern Gothic-y. But they'll get you to the same place where you're terrified and checking the closet.
Yep. Oh my gosh, yeah.
What about in terms of like women? I mean, you're seeing much more women making horror films these days. Are there any in particular that you've been enjoying? Or
I love The Babadook. I thought it was freaking amazing. I thought she just knocked it out of the park. There's a really wonderful film festival in Los Angeles called the Atheria Film Festival, and it is women making genre shorts that they then, present all in one evening at the Egyptian Theater. And it's an incredible film festival because there are so many fantastic women who are making stuff, and they're not getting the same opportunities as men, which is frustrating, but they're still making stuff. Women are still going out there and creating. I'm ready for the Year of the Woman to really kick into high gear so that we have more women making stuff.
And then more of it being seen and promoted and distributed,
so much of it. Kind of.
You're kind of half-assed, like they, but there's a lot more of us out there doing it. So it was funny because I just watched The Ranger, and I hadn't heard anything about it. So I came into it completely blind to what it was going to be. And so I think that was actually really good because, sometimes, trailers ruin a movie for you.
Yes.
So with the opening and everything, I was like, where's this going? Werewolves? What's the Ranger? What, And so then I reached out to Jen Wexler on Twitter, and I was like, I really loved your film. And she actually had her on the podcast last week because I was like, come and talk to me about it. It was really interesting. And
she starred in a perennial horror awesome film. What is it, Teeth?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Am I crazy? Yeah. My brain. I'm getting old. I can't. Yeah.
Huh.
Which is like a fantastic, messed up.
Oh yeah,
Vagina kind of.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that film, but I didn't watch it.
It's really dark and interesting. She's great. You know what else I really enjoyed was Raw, which was a woman also.
Yeah. Well, that French horror wave is really extreme, but really interesting.
Totally.
Yeah, so we're getting some, seeing some more women in the horror. And I think, too, it's also like, because of genre stuff, you see more women than like maybe in the big blockbuster stuff. We get more chances to do the genre stuff than.
Yeah. I think Karen Kusama's doing awesome stuff.
Yes, absolutely. I still love Jennifer's Body. I think that's a great film.
I loved that movie. I thought it was great. The end was fantastic. You're just like, wait, what? Oh my God. No, that is a fantastic movie that is totally underrated.
And of course, the Saska sisters, I think they just made a deal with Cronenberg to do work with him, which is amazing. So that'll give them a lot more opportunities.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed American Mary. That was really fun. I think, yeah.
Did you see Revenge?
I have not seen that. But
so it's Alice Lowe, who I forget who her husband or partner's name is, but he's done Sightseers and Kill List. And so she wrote and directed and starred in Revenge, and it's really good.
Yeah, I want to see it. I just the conceit is great.
I mean it's and like Get Out and everything. Like we need to see stories from other people's viewpoints. Like the representation and diversity in horror is really, it's really exciting to see that. Yeah,
because it's been sorely lacking.
Yeah, I mean, we're tired of white men stories, for the most part, unless there's Joe Lansdale or somebody really good at it.
Yeah.
But just in general, Yeah. So any recs for horror you would suggest people see or I should see?
Well, if you like the good old campy stuff, I definitely recommend you check out Sleepaway Camp, because that is quite a doozy.
Oh, that's Sleepaway Camp. I love Melissa Rose.
Oh my gosh! And then Evil Dead 2 is a classic.
Sure.
Highly. If someone has not come across that, they really need to do themselves a favor and watch that. He's incredible. What an incredible performance.
Yeah. Yeah. So on the podcast before, I've had Dana DiLorenzo, and then I had Melissa Rose. So yeah, we're within the same ballpark here,
Yeah. And then I would rewatch The Night of the Comet.
Yeah, that I have to rewatch. I haven't seen that probably in 20 years, so I'll have to look that up. I didn't realize it was sort of a feminist protagonist. So
two ladies lead the charge. It's awesome.
Oh, that's nice to see. Yeah. And believe me, we're going to be seeing a lot of that in real life in the next year or so.
God, I hope.
I know.
Please.
It's really dispiriting, isn't it? It's just...
Yeah. It's awful. It's really depressing.
Yeah. Sorry to bring it up, but...
I mean, it is the world we live in, so...
Yeah. We just, need to organize, because there's a lot of us, and we don't have to take this shit anymore.
No, more of us than them.
Yep, supermajority.
Yep, get our butts in gear.
Yeah, I think we can do that. I'm ready to, get out there with my warrior yell and.
We need it.
Do you have any projects that you want to promote or let people know you're doing right now? And
well, I'm getting ready to write the pilot for my Witches of Echo Park series. We're gonna be
you're gonna do a series.
Yeah,
Yay.
So fingers crossed that we they like what we turn in. And then let's see what else is going on. That's like the main thing. And then I've been working on these Hallmark Channel mysteries called the Morning Show Mysteries. And so that's been really fun getting to write those, Hallmark Channel mysteries.
Are they are they out yet, or are they still in production?
Yeah. Starring Holly Robinson Pete and Rick Fox. They I think I'm working on the 7th one, so
that they can be seen if I check the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah, you will find them.
Oh, awesome. I will immediately watch those. Awesome. But I'm really excited. Witches of Echo Park Pajama series. That's going to be a great series.
Oh my gosh, it's such a long process. You write the pilot, and then if people like it, you do the next thing, and then so it's a long road ahead of us. But I would love for it to actually happen properly. So we've got everything crossed.
Yeah. Well,
we keep moving forward.
Yeah, I know Hap and Leonard took like 7 years to. It's
always such a long process.
Yeah. It's crazy. But if there's anything I can do to promote or help or petition or,
thank you.
Anything, I'd love to see that. I think that'd make a great show.
Thank you. Yeah, me too. I would love for it to happen. So we need more women, more strong, powerful women, diverse women. Age is, that's the beauty of the show. It's different ages, different ethnicities, different sexual identities, different gender fluid, identities. It's really, to me, it's important. We need to see diversity in our world because that then reflects the reality of our world. So.
Right. And everybody should be seeing that this is, this is normal. This is what the normal is,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize it was almost 3 to run.
No, I'll let you go. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
thank you. And let me know when you guys are screening it because I want to come and see it at Dell's. That would be awesome.
Okay, will do.
All right.
Thanks so much, Amber.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you. All right.
Okay,
bye.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Grr in Fangrrl. If you enjoyed our show, be sure to visit our website, www.squeeprojects.com, where you can subscribe to the podcast and our YouTube channel for lots more Squee as fuck pop culture content.